BDSIP is commissioned by the local authority to undertake a range of activities in Barking and Dagenham schools. This short video will outline what those activities are and what they look like in your school. BDSIP is a not-for-profit company which is proud to be 81% owned by our member schools and 19% owned by the local authority in Barking and Dagenham. Our purpose is to provide our customers with a trusted professional partnership that will empower school communities to realize the fullest possibilities of growth and success for all. BDSIP is commissioned to provide annual quality assurance visits to support the local authority's vision that all Barking and Dagenham schools will provide high-quality experiences and outcomes for all our children. Maintained schools will have one quality assurance visit, which will focus on what is the overall effectiveness of this school? How effective is inclusion? Academies will have one quality assurance visit, which will focus on how effective is inclusion? To ensure integrity in the process, BDSIP works with Haringey Education Partnership to deliver the quality assurance visits. These will largely be led by Sarah Shaughnessy and Bob Spate, but the volume of visits and timescale means they may need to bring in additional capacity through HEP. Colleagues will ensure that they clearly identify the purpose of their visit in their initial contact with the head teacher. How does the system work? The BDSIP lead associate will contact you to agree a date and time for your visit. You will need to complete a short self-evaluation report and share your school development plan and SEF with the lead associate before the visit. This enables you to work with your lead associate to identify key foci that ensure the visit is developmental. Maintained schools will host 2 or 3 BDSIP associates, depending on the size of their cohort, to complete the review. Academies will host 1 BDSIP associate to review provision for inclusion. Reports will be written within 1 working week of the visit and returned to the school, local authority, and BDSIP. If you have any questions about your annual quality assurance visit, please contact Paul Claydon, Senior School Improvement Advisor for Secondary, Kate Gooding, Senior School Improvement Advisor for Primary, or Nicole Lear, Senior Inclusion Advisor, who will be happy to assist you. Quality assurance visits are designed to ensure that the local authority has an annual view on the effectiveness of all schools in Barking and Dagenham, so that, working in partnership with school leaders and BDSIP, we continue to build a self-improving education system, where best practice can be shared across our schools. BDSIP is commissioned to provide specialist support and guidance to additional resource provisions or OPS. The aim of this support is to ensure that all OPS are judged to be good or better at the annual quality assurance visit conducted by the local authority in the summer term. The team is comprised of highly experienced and qualified specialists in their field who will act as a critical friend to support OP improvement. In September, the local authority assigns between 1 and 3 days of support to each OP based on the findings of their annual quality assurance visit. This is mainly delivered in the autumn and spring terms. Visits will be arranged directly with the OP lead, unless head teachers request otherwise. Reports will be shared with the school and local authority within 7 working days of the visit. These will outline key strengths, key foci for support, actions to be taken. BDSIP is obligated to report any issues or risks within an OP to the local authority. However, we will always seek to ensure that school leaders are aware of any information shared for this reason. Where directed by the LA, BDSIP is also commissioned to provide intensive support and training for new OPS or those which are extending their provision. OPS leads are able to attend termly networks by specialism to support collaboration and the sharing of best practice across provisions. Attendance and evaluation data is shared with the local authority for monitoring purposes. Dates and time of these networks can be found on our website. If you have any questions about the arrangements for OP support, please speak to your OP advisor or Rebecca Mawson, Inclusion Advisor for Complex Needs. Barking and Dagenham has maintained high aspirations for the outcomes of our children and young people, and this is reflected by the strong Ofsted outcomes in our schools. BDSIP is proud to be a member of the Barking and Dagenham Education Partnership. Our trusted partner strategy means that we work collaboratively with schools and the local authority to identify the right support for a maintained school with a specific challenge, or who may not be judged as good at their next inspection. Our promise to schools means that we work with, not do to, prioritizing transparency, honesty, consistency and trust in all our actions and decisions. The local authority also provides funding to ensure that BDSIP-appointed school improvement partners are available to support discussions with Ofsted inspectors. Please contact Kate Gooding or Paul Claydon to access this support. BDSIP is also commissioned to coordinate Key Stage 2 moderation on behalf of the local authority. This will include liaising with the Standards and Testing Agency, facilitating the moderation training program, quality assuring the process, providing annual feedback to the local authority, and facilitating investigations if required. Dates and times for assessment or moderation briefings or training can be found on our website. For all other queries, please contact Kate Gooding. BDSIP has a proven track record of providing high-quality training experiences. Some of these are directly commissioned for our schools by the local authority to ensure there is equal access to all. BDSIP facilitates the annual Governors' Conference. Our next Governors' Conference is scheduled for 5th October from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Parslow School. Governors can register for their free place on our website. BDSIP's inclusion team facilitate the annual Send and Inclusion Conference. These are consistently highly rated, with December 2023's event achieving an average evaluation of 4.8 out of 5. Our next conference is scheduled for January 16, 2025 at the Crown Plaza, Docklands, and registrations will be managed through the BDSIP website. To deliver the annual Head Teachers Conference in the summer term, Paul Claydon works with Lisa Shepherd, the Chair of the Primary Head Teachers Association, Richard Paul, the Chair of the Barking and Dagenham Association of Secondary Heads, and the Local Authority Head of Partnerships and Performance, who will be Jessica McQuaid from September 2024. Schools do contribute to the cost of this overnight residential, with commissioning funding used to ensure we are able to provide training from exceptional leaders and specialists in their field. With this in mind, our last Head Teachers Conference, which focused on leadership of change, received an average evaluation of 4.6 out of 5. Head teachers will be contacted by BDSIP to register for their place once the date for summer 2025 has been agreed by the working party. For more information about our conferences, please visit our website or contact Georgina Wright. In addition to the Send and Inclusion Conference, BDSIP is also commissioned to facilitate the Half-Term Senko Network, which provides updates on the local or national context for SEND, along with opportunities to share best practice for inclusion. Attendance and evaluation data is shared with the local authority for monitoring purposes. Dates and times can be found on our website. For any other queries, please contact Helena Brooks, Lead Inclusion Advisor. As well as providing support to individual schools, Susan Hodgson, BDSIP's Early Years Advisory Teacher, also provides a range of training for EYFS coordinators who can also access Termly EYFS networks. These learning opportunities are designed to support the development of provision and best practice approaches in the early years. Dates and times for all training and networks can be found on our website. For any other queries, please contact Susan Hodgson. For the last 3 years, the LA has commissioned BDSIP to provide support and training to develop best practice approaches to inclusion for children with complex needs in mainstream primary schools. This commission was developed by Rebecca Mawson and Joy Barter, Head of Early Years, in response to the increasing number of children with complex needs who have arrived in our schools since the pandemic. Schools can access direct support and training for practitioners within their setting, or attend networks and training which are intended to facilitate the sharing of best practice across schools. Guidance and training is provided by a team of specialists who all have extensive experience in working with children with complex needs in the early years and Key Stage 1. Dates and times for networks and training can be found on our website. For more information about the offer or to discuss your needs, please contact Rebecca Mawson. In addition to the annual Governors Conference, BDSIP is also commissioned to provide a range of training opportunities for school governors. All course information can be found on our website, where governors are also able to register for our weekly newsletter to ensure they know what training is coming up. If you have any queries, please contact Jackie Day, BDSIP's Governor Services Manager. The local authority discharges its responsibilities for the coordination of Standing Advisory Council for Religious Education, SACRE, to BDSIP. As well as providing advice to individual schools, Claire Clinton, BDSIP Associate Advisor for SACRE, hosts a half-termly SACRE network. She also prepares the annual SACRE report for governors and borough-wide guidance on key developments when needed. Dates and time for SACRE networks and training can be found on our website. If you have a query about this commission, please contact Kate Gooding. Now in its fourth year, BDSIP continues to coordinate the borough-wide network for race and social justice facilitators. In 2024-5, development opportunities will be organized through the 3 local cluster hubs, North, East, and West. Each hub will bid for funding to further shared developmental objectives across member schools. The aim is to create a self-improving system which will support our collective ambition for the social justice agenda in Barking and Dagenham. For more information or to register your school's RSJ facilitator, please contact Nicole Lear. The local authority commissioned BDSIP to facilitate the online information sharing event to support the transition of vulnerable pupils to secondary school. BDSIP will contact primary schools at the beginning of March to ask for the number of vulnerable pupils to be discussed with each secondary school. In adherence to GDPR, it is important to note that we do not ask for the names of these children. These numbers enable our team to set meeting times for each secondary with individual primary schools. Meeting times will be shared by Wednesday, April 2, 2025, to ensure that schools have time to plan cover arrangements to release key members of staff to discuss what provision might be needed for individual children in their new school. If you have any questions about the online information sharing event, please contact Helena Brooks. Please note that BDSIP does not organize the Year 6 borough-wide transition days or the transfer of information between primary and secondary schools, which, in 2024, was completed using the platform 6x7. Therefore, if you have any queries about transition which do not relate to the online information sharing event, please contact your Education Inclusion Partner or Mark Aspel, Head of Inclusion. For more information about BDSIP's CPD program or our 2024-5 conference schedule, please visit our website or contact Georgina Wright. BDSIP advisors fully understand the delicate nature of our customer relationships with schools and the local authority. Every colleague at BDSIP, staff or associate, commits to working as a trusted partner for every customer. This means they pledge to prioritize transparency, consistency, trust and honesty in all their actions and decisions. In the unlikely event that a customer were to have any questions about a BDSIP colleague's actions or decisions, we would encourage you to contact Lee Boyce, our Chief Executive, at your earliest possible convenience so we can explore those questions further. We thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch. If you have any questions about BDSIP's commissioned activity, please use the contact details in this information video or our Commissioning Partnership Arrangements guidance to contact the relevant BDSIP lead. All contact information is also available on our website.